everywhere. I see direct. Everything's in French here. Okay. I think we're good.
Do we ask Claude?
How's that?
Familiar with, I was gonna say, do we ask Claude? Are you familiar with the basic like controls and stuff of Tabletop Simulator? Okay, cool. Yeah, I am.
I believe I am.
Alright, well that's good to know because I'm not an expert myself, so if you have any questions, refer to Marcus. Alright, so since Marcus is going to start, I'm going to do a little rotation action here. And yeah. And I can't see you guys' hands, so don't try to look on the stream. There's no use. Alright, let's see, what time is it? So what we're gonna do is I'll introduce kind of quickly you guys and the event, and then we'll start playing, and at the end of the game I'll interview the loser first and then the winner. Are you guys cool with that?
Sounds good.
Epic. Oh yeah, I know. There's one thing
Fine.
I forgot to do is to take the pre-roll screen off. So now people are just seeing a logo. Not anymore. Boom. Alright, let me get back to the Tabletop Simulator so I can be the cameraman. Alright, the buddies are sleeping, so we're kind of flying off controls. Anyways, what matters is not necessarily that we stream. What matters is you guys play and there's a score at the end, and that's all I want. Okay, let's see, what time is it?
Right.
Still 1 minute. Still 1 minute. Still 1 minute. It's not official yet. All right. Probably a few seconds. There we go. All right, good evening everyone. This is Bob Palmer from AracKhan Wars, and tonight we have the privilege of having Claude and Marcus, who are going to play AracKhan Wars live. This is the first match for the English-speaking branch of the international tournament for AracKhan Wars. So we have green versus red. So Marcus will be playing green and will start the game, and Claude will be playing Miracle, which is red, and will play second. How you guys doing tonight?
Awesome. Looking forward to the game.
All right, you guys. Well, now let's get down and dirty. All right, let's go. All right, so yeah, shuffle. There you go. To make it official. Dap. Alright, tremendous. Now, draw 7. You guys know the rules. I don't have to remind anyone. Alright. Oh yeah, Claude, you can do a selective mulligan if you'd like.
I'm in a mulligan 6.
So if you want to get rid of 3 or 4, just put them back in the draw pile, shuffle, and draw the proper amount.
You can even get rid of all 7.
Exactly. Isn't that what you just did, Marcus, actually?
I got rid of 6.
Ooh. That's what I really like. You know what? That's what Cleonis did. He got rid of a bunch of cards because he had a very specific strategy in mind.
I was hard mulliganing for a certain card.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Mulligan.
I wonder where it is.
Chandler Meyer could tell you. I don't know if he think he's at work. He can't.
Oh yeah, you worked on the strategy with Chandler?
No, he works all the time now. Nicholas is my main test partner these days.
Cool.
I have a big
He does have
challenge
the
ahead
next
of
few
me.
days off, so we're gonna play.
All right.
All right, so I'm first. Are you done? You're done mulliganing, so we can go ahead and start round
Yes,
1.
I'm
right?
done.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Look at that, beautiful. right on top of the roots of the tree of life on the battle mat.
I hope we see some Tree of Life action this game.
Exactly.
I hope it's not at the bottom of the deck.
It was for Cleo that played against Cleo Nice. It was at the very bottom. He was so pissed. I can relate.
hurts.
I can relate. All right, you go, Claude.
Probably my favorite card in the base decks.
The Tree of Life.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. I did the illustration. It's one of the two I did. The other one is Fire Lightning, which we might see this game. We might see. All right, Claude. Now it's your turn to place 2.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if the stream is healthy. Streaming.
Alright, reveal.
Let's go, guys. Ooh, strong first move. Strong first move. Look at this. Behemoth.
Oh my god, yeah.
Xenodon.
Okay.
Marcus is on the attack. Not wasting any time. Look at that. Swamp Troll with just 1 defense. Oh my goodness, the Behemoth is gonna eat it whole.
I will make the attack here to here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Swamp Troll is discarded, destroyed. Goes in the discard pile. Yeah. It's life or death now. All right. Okay, so Marcus played his 2 cards. I don't think he can do anything, Claude. Are we good for round 1?
Yep.
All right. On to round number 2, and this time, Claude begins. Let's get a little action in terms of what the board looks like from afar. So right here we got the Forged Patriarch, which is a pretty good card to back up in terms of making group attacks or just attacking cards with strong defenses. Yeah, the red deck is really well equipped for any situation.
Combo's very good with Berserker.
Oh yeah, Berserker with certain other cards that I will not name. There we go. I found the right shortcut. I'm still new as the cameraman, so I might goof up. I might mess up. Oh yeah. If you guys want to swear, have at it. It's no worries. We're not monetized anyways. We're not making the mega bucks.
Not my style.
All right.
Walling up
It's
over here.
funny because in the other night with Cleonis and Clé start to say ni, and he stopped, which is basically Claude. Je pense que t'as compris ce qu'il voulait dire. He wanted to say niquer, which is the F word in French, but he restrained himself. All right. We got the 4 cards placed. Now it's time for revelations. Ooh. All right. Okay, Marcus, what did you do? What did you do?
So, I played Supernatural Growth here, which is going to boost Banshee to make it a 4 attack, 0 defense initiative.
Classic.
I will use my initiative phase and attack the Forged Patriarch.
Which only has 2 in defense, 4 against 2. Yeah. This is classic Marcus.
Aggressive early. My
Very
another favorite card in the game. OP
Oh,
OP
yeah.
right here. The
Oh,
card's
yeah.
OP OP.
And it's so expensive. Don't you think 2 is really expensive for that card, isn't it, Marcus?
Oh, that's my favorite part about it. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
constructed. You can play like 4 or 5 of them.
Exactly.
Alright, so
All
this
right.
is dead. And then the other reason I played it here is that I set up Xenodon to also take advantage of it.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Xenodon will be 3 attacker, and I'll attack this Patriarch.
Oh my goodness. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And yeah, very aggressive, very early on. Marcus is not wasting any second to assert his dominance. And unfortunately, yeah, Claude couldn't do anything because he wasn't adjacent at the time to any of Marcus's cards. So yeah, that's the end of round 2. Are we good for round 3?
Sure.
All right, now it's Marcus to go first. So I'm gonna switch the camera right here like this. And yeah. Uh-huh. All right. I guess Marcus's intentions are quite clear. Or is he bluffing? Who knows? Only time will tell. So stay tuned. This is the moment where we would have a commercial break. That would be really cool if we had sponsors.
That would be cool.
Yeah, give us the money. We want the money.
That's cool.
Interesting card placement. Now it's your turn now, Claude.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm trying to think what Marcus placed and what I would do as a red player myself. Cool. Oh, I think I know. I think I know what Marcus did. I think Marcus did something very similar to what Lies did to me on one of those Thursday evening game nights we did back in the day. There's some weird things that can be done that are really unexpected in this game. Let's see if Marcus did just that. Or let's see if I'm surprised.
Probably will be surprised.
Yeah, I think so too.
I hedged a little bit.
All right. Okay. Now, before we do the revelation, I want to see if my prediction is correct, but I have to say it before you guys reveal the cards. Oh yeah, you guys are all set? Okay, so I believe, now tell me if this is true, Marcus, that the card you place next to the forge is the Tree of Life. Is this correct? Let's see right now.
Ooh.
Reveal.
So, if I had Tree Life, that I would have loved that play.
Oh!
So, I just wanted to get a sturdy body to protect, to constantly threaten one of the borders.
Oh, yeah.
And then I hedged a little bit because I didn't want to go all in and give him a chance to like child either.
Sure.
So I'm setting up some defenses with the back one.
Smart. All right, let's see what you got, Claude. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
I think Xenodon's gonna bite the dust, right?
Yeah. Poor old little Xenodon. Berserker's gonna make like a handbag or something. or maybe some kind of boots
Thank God
to walk in the swampland.
Thank God I'm able to do something.
Exactly. Well, actually, Marcus cannot do anything if I am correct. Am I reading this right, Marcus?
Yeah, Banshee has no good attack, so yeah.
All right. So before your turn, Claude, I would like just to explain to the viewers what just happened. So Berserker has initiative. It has initiative, which means that it can attack before the enemy during the initiative phase. And with the +2 attack from the Western Forges, the Berserker has 3 in attack value with initiative, which makes it a pretty lethal threat. Now, let's see. What's interesting is that Claude plays the Plague Collector, which basically cancels all the attributes around it. All right, now you go, Claude. You show him what's up.
So I believe that the Plague Collector could attack the Banshee.
You are correct. Absolutely. Because the Plague Collector has the +2 attack bonus, he has 3, so the Banshee is destroyed. All right, now on to round number 4, and it's red player to go first. And for those of you watching this right now, the score right now is 20-19. 20 in favor of red. So very close indeed. All right, let's flip those tokens. I'll handle the token flipping. You guys don't worry about it. Now I want to comment.
This is James.
Did you say something, Claude? Tell me.
Not sure what I need to do. What I can do here.
Well, knowing Red, I'm sure there are many things you can do, and also be sure to read the cards in their totality, because there have been some adjustments. I don't know if you played with the previous decks. I think we did the update like 2 weeks ago, so maybe there's some cards that have changed slightly. Like for example, this carnivorous plant used to be worth 5 and now it's worth 6, so that's that can come into play.
What Bob is really trying to say
No,
is if you have the card Firestorm, read it because it's OP. It went from Red's worst card in the base deck to Red's arguably best card.
Yeah, I think it's Marcus's masterpiece in terms of game changing stuff and balancing. Yeah, and also special shout out to you, Marcus, and to Nicolas Morin for all the tremendous work you have done in trying to balance the game, and I think that you have done a really fantastic job, and I'm really confident that when people will receive the game, it will be well balanced and there will be no issues. So big thanks to you, Marcus, and merci, Nicolas.
Sorry, I'm taking my time here.
No problem. I don't have anywhere to be tonight.
Me neither. I'm already here. I'm already where I'm supposed to be. So many choices.
So many
None of them in
choices.
fact.
Claude, do you have a good knowledge of the green deck and what can arise?
I would say medium.
Okay. Well, play your game then. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I will place this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I could do 3 cards.
Oh yeah, indeed. Well, you know, Claude, you're winning, so yeah, 2 cards will suffice, I think.
What do you say? Wish you could play 3 cards?
Yeah.
I'm down. I'll play 3 cards this turn too.
Special
Could be
rule.
fun. That could be fun doing some 3
For a
card
limited
combos.
24 seconds, you guys can play 3 cards. No, we will not do that tonight. Maybe we'll do like special wild, crazy Friday nights or something like that, where the rules will change. And actually, yeah, that's something that could be really kind of funny.
I think I'm going to
Play a game where you can do mixed decks. Put some red and green
That's
together, that'd be
exactly what I was thinking, and yeah, because we were thinking about different styles of format for tournaments, and we can do one which is pre-built decks, which is interesting because everybody knows what's in the deck, and the other one is, of course, which is my favorite and the one that should be put forward the most, which is you built your deck, 125 points, 23 cards. That's should always be like the heavyweight division, but there should be some wacky modes where you can it's unlimited points and you can mix everything, which would be kind of crazy and funny.
Okay.
All right.
I've got it.
That's your play? Okay.
Not sure about this. Yeah.
Have you read well, I'm not gonna say anything. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think Marcus is going for that forge. I don't know
How many
about you
guesses
guys at home, but I think
Marcus?
Marcus is going for the forge.
Any predictions on that one?
Yeah, I would say. Okay, I'll make a prediction as soon as you place your second one.
I already did. I have both played.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, well, it has to
The other one's
be.
on the Astro.
It has to be. I actually think it's a no big deal card, and I think well, I know what's over there. I know it's Mimicry. All right, you guys, let's see them cards. Yeah. That's the smart. Okay, so I'll flip them for you. Okay. So yeah, Claude. Okay, now for everyone at home, let's read the board, and I'm gonna start with what Marcus did over there. You can check out also Claude if you want. So he placed Mimicry on the astral plane. So basically what Mimicry does is it's going to copy a card anywhere on the battlefield and replace the card of his chosen, of his own creatures, and transform it basically. And I know exactly what he's going to do. But it's Claude's turn. Okay, so Claude, you place the Swamp Troll, which cannot be group attacked, which is kind of ironic because you placed it next to Carnivorous Plant, which can only be group attacked.
Unless by spell.
Claude, can you do something?
Overread that rule.
Oh, I missed on that one.
Yeah.
The red player.
It happens. Once you're in the ring with all that pressure, I can understand it.
Oh,
So I believe I can't do anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do anything.
Well,
I'm going to activate Mimicry.
All right, and
I'm gonna turn this poor, pathetic little senile ant into a mighty behemoth.
Exactly. Look at that senile ant. He looks so senile.
And I'm gonna make this double attack to conquer the forge.
Yeah, for those at home watching, this is really classic. AracKhan Wars is basically maximum destruction for minimum cost. And also, there's another reason I'm sure Marcus used that card is that it has 3 in defense and it's in a corner. And that's going to
As long as I hold on to this land, it is now a base 3/3, which is very strong.
Very strong, exactly. All right, I think, is this it for round 4, you guys? You guys good?
Yep.
All right, discard the Mimicry, and on to round number 5, which will be started by green, which is Marcus. Now, Marcus, a specific reason for why you chose green? I was really thinking you'd pick red.
Oh, in our playtest, one thing I noticed for red, you can get some really, really awkward hands where you draw too many spells. Because I believe they play like 6 or 7 spells. What's the count? 1, 2, 3. They play 6 spells plus the land. And it could just get some really awkward hands. When me and Nicholas were testing, we noticed that actually our very last day of testing, there was a couple interesting things happened. One was at the beginning of testing, we wrote blue off. We thought blue, don't play blue in this tournament. You're making a mistake if you do. And then all of a sudden, blue started winning every game in our last test day, and made the decision so much tougher. And on top of that, red, which we thought was the best deck, lost like every single game we played on the last test day. And I think the problem that we had with red was, while it is very strong late game, like early game, it's kind of hard to build a board because you've got a lot of these one defensive guys that you're trying to keep alive that can be quite tough. But while red has a ton of powerful plays to flip the board, you can just get some of these awkward draws where you feel like there's not a ton you can do. What I liked about green is green has like no dead draws. Like even green's worst creature, the venomous bug, like is still useful. Like they just have no draws that you're like, man, this hand is terrible. They usually always have at least a decent hand.
Yeah, correct. All right, you guys, now to the placement phase. Okay, very cool. All right. Oh no. Okay. Now your turn, Claude. I have. Yeah. I think I know. It's kind of tricky, yeah, when you place the token on the card, since you're not supposed to place tokens on spells, and sometimes it can be a spell, sometimes it's not a spell, and that's pretty interesting.
Why don't you play tokens on spells?
Because
If
once
they have an activation, you use the token on it, right?
yeah, but once it's activated, it's immediately discarded usually, and since they only last a round, yeah, we
You
thought
don't
it'd be
usually
more
mess-
efficient to not have a token on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's just habit that we've done in our testing is that we just, while we're waiting for the other player, we just kind of preload the tokens on them to kill some downtime.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Claude.
Well, not much angle to get into those cards.
Yeah, this carnivorous plant is kind of, yeah, it's in the way, and I agree.
I will say,
Yeah.
I'll give you like a hint. With carnivorous plant, read the fine print on it.
Oh yeah. So
It says
Yeah.
enemy creatures can
Creatures.
only attack carnivorous plant with a group attack. A lot of people overlook that little part.
Creature word.
So what that means
Exactly.
is yes,
and
a spell can take it out.
that's one of the first things we tell first-time players is that there's 3 different kinds of cards. There's creatures, spells, and lands, and they are all kind of intertwined, but they all have their own special sets of mechanics specific to them. Yeah, let's see if red can turn the tide and make it red. A red
They
tide.
definitely
Oh, they had the tools to do it.
they definitely have the tools. Yeah, exactly.
They do. Okay, cool. All right, the 4 cards are
All right,
placed.
Bob, what's this card?
That's an earthquake.
Yep.
All right, let's reveal. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now I'll let you guys go, and I don't want to read the board right now. I want you, Marcus, to say what you have in mind for this round.
All right, I'm activating earthquake. which
2
will
Omnis Strike, absolutely.
go here and here.
Yep. Thank God, Claude, you placed the Slayer right there. It has 2 defense. It's going to be unscathed. But the Swamp Troll right there next to the Carnivorous Plant, unfortunately, is not going to make it.
Yeah, that one.
And yeah, that's it, I think, isn't
And
it?
I believe that is all green player.
All right. Can you do something, Claude? I don't think so.
No more group attack.
Nope. Okay.
So I believe I can't do anything.
That is correct. All right, let's go to round number 6, and this time Claude will start the round. Now, for those at home, let me count the score for you guys. So there is 20 for red, and green has probably a little bit more, as 40. So it's 20-40. But now let's remember, red is the color, the faction that can
Let's remember
just
that
completely reverse the tide.
they have a certain card that likes to eat children.
Exactly. Now,
No.
we have had complaints for the Child Eater's name, and it only feeds the Child Eater complaints. So there you go. Child Eater will be named Child Eater for the rest of the all time. Not all. But the question is the Child Eater hungry this round? Yeah, because 2040, basically it's if Claude reconquers the Western Forge right here, that is now Marx's, yeah, that's a 20
30-30.
swing. Yeah, that's a big swing. And it's not evident that Marcus would be able to reconquer it, but green is full of surprises. Actually, that's my favorite matchup. It's green versus red. When we play with Lies, it's always the colors we use, and it's always unpredictable. Well, Claude, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's coming.
It's making
Oh
his
yeah, I
play.
like that. I like that. I like that.
Making his play.
It's funny because we hear the background noise of Claude's webcam, and it kind of reminds me of some of Nine Inch Nails' musical work with Trent Reznor when he does soundscape and stuff like that. Because I think there's a rhythm to it. I think there's a pattern to the background noise in Claude's camera, which is pretty cool. We're gonna sample it and make a soundtrack out of it. All right, Marcus. I think you're hesitating. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, now let's reveal those cards. I want to see what's up. Ooh, okay. Surprise, surprise. I was not expecting this. Okay, now, Claude, tell me what you want to do.
I want to take the forge back
Okay.
with a ranged attack.
Now, let's
So,
do the math.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm missing one here.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's quite
you only have-
unfortunate. Yep.
4 combined.
Yeah, I put the wrong card down.
It happens, it
Okay,
happens.
so that doesn't work.
There is-
But you
yeah,
still can do
because-
something.
Yeah, there is at least something you can
Yeah.
do so you don't get totally blown up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, all right. So, are you familiar with the Tree of Life, Claude, and how it works?
Let me reread it. Yeah, you don't kill, you deactivate, and then you kill. the second time.
Exactly. And it's quite evident that Marcus has put a pretty significant threat, the Wrath of the Forest, which, if activated, would destroy everything around it. So, Claude, can you do something about it?
Do you know why I did this?
Tell me.
I thought he was going all in. I thought this was the Child Eater play, and I was gonna make him decide: does he save Child Eater? He can't attack this way, because if he does, Child Eater's weakness would trigger and kill it.
Yeah.
So I'm forcing him to take the land, and then once he takes land, I revenge him plus Slayer.
Yeah.
So while he does a 20-point swing, I would get a 17-point swing
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Math. There you go.
But this is not Child Eater, so let's see what happens.
Yep. Claude is keeping
It
those
is
aces up
not
his
Child
sleeve.
Eater.
Yeah, I thought we were seeing Child Eater, but
Yeah, me too.
Child Eater is not ready to come out and eat yet.
Nope. Still hanging out in his lair. Probably playing PlayStation or something. All right.
We
Claude.
haven't seen Hydra yet either.
No, and we haven't seen a bunch of stuff, Marcus.
So I believe that the Wrath of the Forest can be beaten
Yes, that is
Yay.
correct.
with the range attack.
Absolutely. For those at
You can
home,
get
he's
it.
going to do a mega group attack with the Berserker with 1, the Fire Lightning ranged attack,
Yeah.
so it can reach the Wrath of the Forest with 2, and 2 from
Yeah.
the Slayer, which is 5 against 3. So it is deactivated, which saves Claude 1 round because the Wrath of the Forest will awaken next round. But red is red, and we'll see what happens.
It is good.
Okay, you guys. So the Fire Lightning is discarded. Look at that beautiful illustration. Who did that? Oh, Robert D. Palmer 3. Never heard of him. Okay, so that's discarded. Claude, I don't think you can do anything, or can't. No, I don't think so.
I don't see anything.
Yep. So now it's Marcus's turn. Can you do something, Marcus? I don't think so. I don't see anything.
No, not once he. Oops, I just flipped.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to flip this coin. No, not once. Once he deactivated Wrath, my plans for
Dominance.
Wrath destruction were put to rest with his turn.
Absolutely. This is what's wonderful with AracKhan Wars. You never know what you're gonna get. Just like a box of chocolates.
But, like you said, he's about to awaken.
Exactly. All right. On to round number 7, and green goes first. Let me do the cleanup for you guys. Whoopla. Sorry, you guys.
Let's stop fighting.
We're so excited with what's going on that we're just flipping them all. We're flipping them all. There we go.
Okay.
Ha! Now this is
I know.
really interesting, isn't it, Marcus? Because we haven't seen many of the very, let's
Yeah, I know what can happen.
say... Exactly.
Now, will it happen?
I don't
I
know.
I know what can happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy stuff can happen.
All right, let's.
So what's the score? Let me calculate it for the folks at home. So 24 for red. Let me write that down. And green has a little bit more. 30, 40, 60. So it's 24-60. Now for those at home, it might sound like a big difference, but we've seen crazier comebacks in this game.
Yep. So for players at home, when you're in this position as green, you constantly. This is the spot in the game where you're constantly checking every board of your creatures and seeing if there's a good child eater attack or not. Well, let's see.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just the Hydra. Sometimes it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's Firestorm. Who knows? Are we going to see Firestorm, you think, Marcus?
I think you should see a different spell list.
Yeah. I love that. I love that laugh. It's a very red deck laugh.
It is indeed.
There's not much edge to go into onto that part of the table.
It's very rare to see a red versus green that is so compact. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did miss with that wrong card earlier on.
All right. Huh. Now Claude is going to have to think deeply to make a comeback, but I see a potential combination of events that might make it happen. And I'm sure Marcus sees and is calculating in his head points and points and points.
I am saying it. I've been burned by Child Eater far too many times not to always watch your back for that card.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, it's even if I win this game, I'm gonna have to the rest of the tournament since my bracket only picked red except for me.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy because I was expecting gray, a lot more gray and blue.
Yeah, I am very shocked that Nicholas is the only gray player.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm surprised he is the one that picked gray.
Yeah. I think he wanted to surprise you, Marcus.
I think gray is excellent in the hands of someone that isn't super experienced in the game because their game plan is super straightforward.
Yeah.
Like, you build your board, and if your opponent doesn't stop you, you're gonna have a massive board that just is impossible to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised Nicholas chose it, is that it doesn't have that big like outplay potential like red does with the Child Eater and the Forced Exile.
I don't know if you picked that up, Claude, but I think Marcus is fearing to being traumatized by just what he just said. So kind of try to conjure it and make an exorcism out of the exile. He subtly coughed it out.
Trying to get an edge into this pack.
Yeah. So remember, Claude, you're going second, which means that in the 8th round you'll be going first. So maybe set up something for next round.
Yeah.
So many choices. So many possibilities.
Bob, have you always been a card player?
That's a very profound question because I have never, for real, played a card game in my life, and that's
Really?
not an overstate. I mean, that's not an exaggeration. I was a big collector of Magic when I was like, let's say 7th grade. I started with Unlimited, which is I think right after Beta, and I was just looking at the rule book all by myself, and I thought I will never be able to play this game. So I just kind of fantasized about what the rules were and how the rules could be and what I would like them to be. And so it took about 20 years for AracKhan Wars to kind of be processed in the background. And so it's you feel kind of like a fraud, but at the same time, when you do something when you make something that how you want it to be, it's easy. And since I'm pretty dumb, the game is pretty easy to learn, and I think that's a good thing. How about yourself, Marcus? What was the first card game that got you hooked? Was it Magic?
Magic, for sure. I for sure was a big into Magic. I'm trying to think if that was the very first one. I think it was. I think it was Magic. Got me into the whole fantasy card realm. And then I've played a bunch of them now. I've played Hearthstone. I played poker professionally for 8 years.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, so Claude, it's green to go first. So let's see what happens.
I think you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you may have thought you were going first. And I think you also may have. Do you know how perforation works exactly?
Yep. It goes -1, and if you don't make it all the way through, he dies.
Yeah.
But okay.
Another thing.
Yeah.
Another thing though is if you want a group attack with a perforation attacker, it can only be the creature that is a creature that's adjacent to the attacker. So if your plans were to Trial Leader and attack both of these with a group attack with Play Collector, would not have worked.
Yeah, that's.
But you did have.
That is correct.
Anyways, since I'm first, I'm just I'm gonna make this attack.
Yeah, the Behemoth has 3 in attack. The Child Eater has only 2 in defense, so the Child Eater is defeated. Unfortunately, the Child Eater will go on a diet for now until maybe next game. Well, probably we'll see a Child Eater feeding up on himself because it will be red versus red. So that's that. Yeah, that was the proper move. And then the Wrath of the Forest is super angry.
Yeah, he didn't like you put him to sleep last time.
Yeah, the Wrath of the Forest is off his meds and he's just blasting away.
These 2 die.
Yeah. Yeah. Wrath of the Forest, beautiful illustration by Aaron Florento. Our good friend Aaron did a terrific job on that illustration. Really love this kind of big kaiju thing. And for those who are into kaijus, be on the lookout. Mythic Games, they have their new game coming out soon on Kickstarter. Mythic Games, they're our friends, so I like to plug their stuff from time to time.
I'm gonna make a group attack here.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Claude. You're under the attack. You're under the attack of green. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. The forest is kind of. All right. Ooh. Okay.
Where do I want to fly my band? A few hours.
Yeah.
I actually think I like the swamp trolls adjacent to Tree of Life.
Sure.
It's not very fearsome. Although, well, you could play. Let's see. You use 1 patriarch. 1 left. Now you use both. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So for those at home, it is authorized for players to search the other players' discard pile, and this is in how can we say this in English? This is because in the future there will be a new faction called the Astra faction, which is purple. It will be the mechanics heavy on the discard pile, so it is very important to be able to access the discard pile. All right, yeah. Marcus has trained for this his whole life, and yeah, probably is unfolding like he predicted it. A lot of visualization. Whoop, that's forbidden. Okay. And now on to round number 8, and it will be red to go first. Yeah, so Marcus, you were saying Magic and then Hearthstone. That's
Magic,
those are the classics, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even like just regular card games like Hearts and stuff. Like my family, we've always enjoyed playing card games, and really, I love games that just really grind your brain too. I love strategy games that really make you dig deep. Really like one of the coolest things I think you guys did with this game, the reveal phase. I love that. I love that the cards are played face down. It gives you the chance to bluff as one player. It gives you a chance to, as the second player, to try to predict or make reads on what you think is coming.
Yeah.
I think you guys really nailed it with that aspect.
Well, I appreciate it, Marcus. Yeah, that's the kind of the excitement part of the game. Is it's also it's really nerve-wracking, especially if you're playing for a prize or something. I mean, it's just.
How did the live tournament go? It was this weekend, right?
So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have any players because all the people that wanted to do the tournament came on Saturday and were not available on Sunday. So there's a lesson to be learned right there. Is when you do a tournament, it's one day and then one day only, and it's not the day before you register or anything like that, unless it's on Tabletop Simulator. I think it will have it will be easier for us to organize once the game is delivered, you know. So when people have already played, they can come with their decks.
Okay, I think I see what's happening. Making a little pitch effort.
Definitely, yeah, more analog.
We've got a Hydra here, and we've got a Fire Lightning here.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Or did you use both fire? Has he used both Fire Lightnings?
No, he hasn't. Look at Marcus disrespecting the discard pile.
2. This is Fire Lightning, and this is Hydra.
I think, you know, since Claude is a red player, maybe he's just pulling your leg, and maybe it's a trick. Maybe it's not that at all. Maybe it's just like.
Well, I think round 8, his time for pulling my legs over. He's gonna make his play.
Maybe so. So yeah, now Marcus.
Unfortunately, I don't have an open border to natural camouflage my Western Force, so I think his plan is gonna work.
I think so too.
So let's see. We gotta go into damage control.
Yeah.
I guess we can do is, if that is his plan, I've got 3 attack on his border. I can set it up to where I make a kill here, which gives me a 5th attack point to reconquer it. Oh, we gotta just get rid of this pesky Plague Collector.
The Plague Collector is pretty important. I mean, he's really one of the pillars of the red deck. I mean, the Plague Collector with the 2 defense, I mean, and just 6 in value, he's not really a high value target, but he's gonna mess up your game. And also for red players out there, be careful of his weakness. Now let's zoom on the Plague Collector's weakness. All adjacent ally creatures lose their attributes as well. So it can be turned against you like some AracKhan Wars Jiu-Jitsu, which is always interesting. All right, we got our 4 cards.
Yeah.
Let's see. There.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
No pulling the leg here. It is
No,
exactly
as straightforward as they come. A classic. That's the move. That's the move. All right, Claude. Unleash the fury of Miracor.
So for sure, I'm going to reconquer the.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to move this token over here.
There you go.
Take it back.
I don't like seeing my green tokens getting put back into their place.
Hey, nothing compared to my discard pile.
All right.
And so Omnistrike can't, not strong enough on the other side. I guess that is it.
Yeah, I guess that's now Marcus's turn. So I
Yeah.
suspect
So
Marcus is going to
yeah.
do everything he can.
So I saw this coming and planned for it. And the game plan here is we're going to triple attack.
Yeah. So the Plague Collector is taking 3 in the face. Carnivorous Plant plus the Xenodon plus the Senile Ent. So unfortunately, it is discarded, and yeah, once green has control of the board, it can move around, and with
This
the
opens up
yeah,
possibility for me now.
that's
to
right.
fuck Here.
And Claude,
Sure,
just to
yeah.
reassure you, Marcus has probably over 100 games under his belt, and that's not an exaggeration. Marcus and Nicolas have been playtesting since the end of the Kickstarter relentlessly.
I already knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Marcus, you're kind of a AracKhan Wars celebrity already.
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, I nerded out so much on this game. I've done spreadsheets, I've done tier lists.
That was so cool. I'm really appreciative of that. That was really cool. All right.
Let me challenge Marcus to a Star Wars a card game.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Yeah, you got the advantage that one. I've never played the Star Wars game. It's actually probably one of the few card games I've never played. Wrath of Force is attacking.
Yeah, 3 in attack value against just the 2. Yeah. Marcus is really doing all he can to have the maximum points, not sparing anything, and his savage onslaught. All right. I guess it's on to round number 9, and it's Marcus going first, so he's probably going to go for the biggest score he can. And Claude is trying to sauver les meubles, like we say in French, and do all he can to. Yep.
Not much to say here.
Let's see. Who's first this round? I forget.
How's that?
You are first.
Yep.
You are first, Marcus.
Yeah, green goes first. All the odd number rounds, green goes first.
I knew you would protect that. What could be fun?
So, a piece of advice in future games, as red player, unless to be fair, you may have just drawn it. It could have been your last card, but Force Exile. You've got to find a good time to get Force Exile because it is the best card in the red deck.
I just draw it.
So you just
Oh
didn't have
no! Yeah, that happens a lot. And Forced Exile, which for those at home, it
allows me to move a card.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. That makes sense then. I was really expecting the turn where Wrath was next to your guys that you might Force Exile and pull it out.
I agree with Marcus. I thought it was going to come down to that, and it would have been probably a great opening to come back and win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there's not much point in trying to do something here. Actually, I only have a lot of spells left.
Yeah, because you haven't played. I don't think you played either copy of Firestorm.
No.
You have four. You have
We'll put that here.
Firestorm, Fear, Forced Exile.
Yeah. Yep.
You have.
Oh, you knew the game as it was going along. Yeah, the fear, but there's not.
Yeah, there's nothing to scare.
You probably have one more Swamp Troll. You have Nasty Roach. We haven't seen the Roach.
Yeah. Rename Scuttlejaw on the Facebook group.
Oh, it's got a rename?
Yeah, it's got a rename. I don't remember if I updated it on the Tabletop Simulator. Well,
No,
it will be on the finalized game, so for those of you who voted, don't worry.
What's it called now?
A Scuttlejaw.
Scuttlejaw?
Yep.
There you go.
All right. Oh, there was another Banshee. Yeah. Now Marcus is closing in hard, trying to destroy everything.
Everything.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Marcus has been training his whole life for this moment. He wants those 2 decks, but he specifically wants the demo box. So for all... Oh yeah.
I don't think I can take Cold Blue though. I think the Swamp Troll gets lived.
Yeah. So Nicolas, Cleonis, who are, I'm sure, watching, planning, in secret, strategizing, in fear, or maybe not. Maybe relieved. Maybe they saw a weakness that we didn't see.
Yeah.
Who knows? This is why you have to watch all the games.
Well,
to know what's up.
The matchup versus their deck is very different though.
Yep.
The matchup versus blue and gray is quite different.
Indeed. So now let's close this game. I'm afraid, Claude, there is nothing you can do. I will count the points just for stats purposes. We're not going to pretend that it's going to be a decisive count. Unfortunately, green has clearly won, which happens.
Formalize the international shame.
No worries, Claude. There's no shame in losing to Marcus. I want to tell you something that I haven't told many people, but Nicolas Morin, which is a fellow Québécois, has wiped the floor with my ass on Tabletop Simulator 2 times in a row. And I am the creator of the game, so there is no shame in losing. And the only time I won against Nicolas, I cheated. I had the deck of 128 points. And
You told me about that.
I wanted to teach him a lesson with the Torma disc, because you guys didn't believe in the Torma disc, but the Torma disc is solid. All right, so let's count. So I see 29, 37, 43, 48, 58, 64, 67, 77, 80, 90. Solid score for green, 90-3. All right, now it's time for the interview. Claude, what did you think of your first tournament?
Actually, even though it was a shaming defeat, it was a lot of fun to be back in the tournament arena. I haven't been out of it for COVID time. Made a couple of mistakes for sure, which you can't allow yourself against an experienced player.
Yes.
But it was a lot of fun, and I'm very happy to have been able to do this.
This is tremendous.
Thank
you. It was an honor to have you on the broadcast. I'm sure if you rewatch the game, you'll see, oh, maybe this I could have done better, this I could have done different. We really appreciate you for participating. Now, Marcus, it seems like your game plan really went well. Were you surprised by anything during this match?
I mean, I I tried to take the aggression early because I think Red's weakness is building an early board control because they just have too many one defensive guys in the base deck. So, and for green, it's really important to have a first few good turns because your game plan relies on a lot of group attacks with archers, Xenodons. So yeah, I kind of just want to get really aggressive. I think probably one of the more interesting turns or situations is when I played the early Forge, and
Yes.
then I had these three. It wasn't these three cards, but I played 3 cards along this line.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of had a decision point there of go all out aggressive to just take the Forge. I ended up going Hexcarius and a plant because I kind of wanted to hedge. I wanted at least one semi-aggressive card to threaten this. But also, I did not want to play 2 cards to just go forward because Red has too many ways to... Red is just the master of disrupt. I mean, they've got the Fear, they've got Forced Exile, they've got Firestorm.
Yep.
If you go all in on conquering a land, they just have way too many ways to prevent it. So I tried to hedge in that spot, which worked out because then I had the 2 on this order, and it set up the turn where I was able to play this plus Mimicry.
Yep.
And
Very efficient play.
Once I had conquered Forge, and I had this board, this little corner like kind of secured, that's when it just basically came down to making sure I didn't let a big Child Eater turn, because that was his comeback potential. At that point, it was just, what's Child Eater gonna do?
Yep. That's the big fear. Well, there's the fear, and there's the fear of the Child Eater. That's for sure, and it's true also for those at home who want a special trick. While it's in its current form, the Tree of Life, don't hesitate to use the fear on creatures around the Tree of Life because it deactivates them, and so they become vulnerable. It's a pretty cool trick that we've seen from time to time.
Spoiler alert. This becomes regeneration, and then not only does Fear do it, but also Mr. OP himself, Firestorm.
Firestorm OG
also does the trick because instead of this working like what is it now? It's just a basic benefit.
It's a basic benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll instead be an ability.
Yep.
Exactly.
It will be an attribute, and yeah, that's for sure. So, Marcus, with your victory, do you have a message for other competitors that might want to take you on?
I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's my next match is the winner of Chandler and Randall. So,
what's Chandler's last name?
Chandler Meyer.
What's your last name?
Meyer. I see where you're going with this. But yes, my original test partner before he came too busy for me was my brother. He's the one that me and him are the one that first got in this game playing all
before
the
he
time.
got too busy for you. Fighting words, right there.
I know exactly.
Write it down.
And you know what? He's gonna pay the price because he's gonna be rusty. I am not.
Oh my goodness. Are you saying he hasn't been keeping up with his AracKhan Wars game, and you have?
I'm saying he better start practicing and stop blowing me off, or it's gonna be a blowout.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We might witness this on live YouTube and Twitch. Epic. Epic. All right, you guys. So this concludes this second match of the AracKhan Wars International Tabletop Simulator Tournament. We'll be seeing you guys next for the French match. So we haven't posted it yet, but the next match will occur will happen next Sunday at 5 p.m. Central European time. It will be Nicolas Morin against Bachoken. And the next match in English will be next week on Tuesday. I don't remember the exact time yet, so I'll post it, so no worries on that. Thank you everyone for having watched the game, and we'll see you soon. All right, I haven't cut the stream yet. I have the pre-roll screen, so we're still live. I'm just gonna let it roll a little bit so that Axel can place his Axel, which is a member of the team, place all the links on the YouTube on the pre-roll. Actually, now it's the post-roll screen. So we're gonna just leave it a little bit. All right. Yeah, this was fun, you guys, and thank you, Claude and Marcus, for participating. I mean, it's really fun to have to have it on the English-speaking side and on the French-speaking side. Claude, did you think of registry? Est-ce que Claude, tu pensais t'inscrire du côté français à un moment, ou tu étais câblé pour le côté anglais?
La terminologie anglophone, c'est celle avec laquelle je joue, donc c'est pour ça que je voulais aller du côté anglophone.
Okay, so what I failed to ask in English was if Claude was hesitating between the French-speaking or English-speaking tournament, and so he said that English-speaking because he plays games in English, so it made more sense to him. So yeah, now
I wanted the English decks.
Exactly. And yeah, because that way he can play with anybody in the world, and that's pretty cool. And there you have it. Now it's time to stop the streaming.